thank you for tuning in to today's edition of 6 Stories at 6. With me, Samiksha Srivastava. It is a power-packed lineup over the next half an hour. We will get you all that's happening in the national capital, where Delhi water wars has now become the biggest flashpoint. It's Rebel Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal who will be joining us live. Our next focus will be on BJP's Chandigarh Googly. It's Harpreet Kaur Babla, who has been elected as the mayor of Chandigarh with 19 votes. In their kitty, in fact, down south in Chennai, it's law and order situation that's again in shambles after a group of women were chased and stalked by a group of miscreants allegedly linked to the DMK party, that's a ruling dispensation in Tamil Nadu. Also, we will get you all about the growing bonhomie between Mohammed Yunus and the Soros group. Additionally, the other top international story that we are tracking is coming in from the conflict zone in Gaza, where the Israeli soldier has reunited with the IDF after being held captive for over 400 days. And lastly, the other international story that we are tracking is the US mid-air collision that has claimed 19 lives. And we begin first up with the top news that we are tracking from the national capital after the EC rejected Arvind Kejriwal's reply on poisoned Yamuna and even demanded proof of genocide by poisoning Yamuna from the Aam Aadmi Party chief. It's Kejriwal who's hit back, claiming ECI is doing politics because Rajiv Kumar, as Kejriwal alleged, wants a post-retirement job. Additionally, in the 14-page reply to the Election Commission, the former Delhi Chief Minister said that if such toxic water is allowed to be consumed by human population, it will lead to health hazards and fatality as well. First up, listen in to Arvind Kejriwal making that strong charge against the Election Commission.
को मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं पूरे सम्मान के साथ, उनको दिल्ली के अंदर खुलेआम पैसे बट रहे हैं वो दिखाई नहीं दे रहा। उनको दिल्ली के अंदर रोज चादरें बट रही, अभी भी बट रही है, कल शाम को भी बटी चादरें, वो दिखाई नहीं देती। हमने बताया कि पैसे किसके घर में पड़े हैं वो दिखाई नहीं देता। ईसीआई राजनीति कर रहा है। क्यों? क्योंकि राजीव कुमार को पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट 28 फरवरी को पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट उनको नौकरी चाहिए। मैं राजीव कुमार जी को कहना चाहता हूं, इतिहास उन्हें माफ नहीं करेगा। जितना कबाड़ा राजीव कुमार जी ने इलेक्शन कमीशन का किया है, मुझे लगता नहीं कि भारत के इतिहास में इलेक्शन कमीशन का इतना कभी कबाड़ा हुआ है। मुझे पता है ये 2 दिन के अंदर मुझे जेल में डालेंगे, डाल दे मुझे जेल के अंदर। जिस तरह की आज भाषा उन्होंने इलेक्शन कमीशन ने लिखी है, ये इलेक्शन कमीशन का काम नहीं है। अगर राजनीति करनी है, राजीव कुमार लड़ने एक सीट से दिल्ली की किसी विधानसभा से। खुलेआम दिल्ली के अंदर गुंडागर्दी मची पड़ी है, खुलेआम पैसे बांटे जा रहे हैं, खुलेआम चादरें बांटी जा रही हैं। इस किस्म का चुनाव इस देश की जनता ने कभी देखा ही नहीं था। मैं 3 बोतलें इलेक्शन कमीशन के लिए भी भेज दूंगा, हमारे पास 20 बोतलें हैं।
And like we told you, the Yamuna water wars has become the biggest flashpoint in the national capital from Haryana Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini taking a dip in Yamuna river to Kejriwal now hitting back, claiming that Saini spat out the Yamuna river. Listen in to that reaction and that counter reaction that came in from Nayab Singh Saini.
मैं केजरीवाल को ये आमंत्रित करता हूं कि जहां राजघाट है, जहां महात्मा गांधी जी बैठे हैं, आप उसके पीछे यमुना में जा करके राहुल गांधी जी को साथ लेकर के आप वहां पानी पी करके दिखाइए और वहां पर नहा करके दिखाइए।
इन्होंने कहा मैं पल्ला जाके सबके सामने पानी पीऊंगा, और उन्होंने पानी पिया। जरा देखिए इस वीडियो को। ये पानी में या तो इतनी ज्यादा बदबू थी या ये इतना गंदा पानी था, जो जिस तरह से इन्होंने फेंका ऐसे लग रहा उल्टी आ गई इनको। अरे सैनी साहब, आप एक घूंट पानी जो नहीं पी सकते, आप दिल्ली की जनता को वो पानी पिलाना चाहते हो?
And joining us on the broadcast is MP Swati Maliwal, Rebel Aam Aadmi Party MP, if I may say so, Ms. Maliwal. But first question to you would be that why do you think the Aam Aadmi Party failed to control the pollution menace in the last 10 years?
You see, today what I did, I went to Vikaspuri, which is one of the constituencies of Delhi, and it's just full of garbage. Garbage is there on the roads. It's been there for years. The local MLA was asked again and again by the residents. The Delhi government was asked. The MCD was asked, and there has been no response. And the entire stretch of the road is just full of garbage. And it's not just Vikaspuri. This is the situation of Delhi today. It has unfortunately become a garbage dump yard. Outside homes, in streets, on roads, we can see that garbage is piled everywhere. So all the women of the area, as well as all of us just collected the garbage from there, and we decided to take it to the Chief Minister's house, to the former Chief Minister's house, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. So we took 3 trucks full of garbage. There were hundreds of women, and we just wanted to ask Mr. Kejriwal one question. Where does he expect that we should dump this particular garbage? Because it's there everywhere. He refused to come out. In fact, he just ensured that police is all over there. The police forcibly took me away. They detained me. However, we were able to offload that 3 truckload of garbage there in front of his house. And the reason for doing it is we want him to experience what people of Delhi are experiencing every day, at least for one day, because now he has become a very khas aadmi. He's a VVIP. He lives in a Sheesh Mahal. He has a Z plus security. He has amazing and wonderful luxury cars. So he doesn't experience the stink that the people of Delhi are forced to experience, the unhygienic conditions that the people of Delhi are forced to experience, the diseases that we are being forced to experience. So so we wanted him to understand.
Miss Maliwal, that's right. If I may interrupt, that's exactly the point I was coming to. While there is clearly no denial that there is health hazard linked to the Yamuna River, but would you want to counter that remark that came in from Arvind Kejriwal, where he called the Yamuna River as poisonous, something which has been responded to strongly by the Haryana government?
I think it's really unfortunate that Mr. Kejriwal is so rattled. If he had actually worked for the people of Delhi for 10 years, I don't think he would have been so rattled that he would be making such bizarre statements. You see, Yamuna is very polluted. Yamuna, which in our religious scriptures is considered as our mother, it's considered as a goddess. That river has today become a nala. 22 nalas are straight away. They are going into the river on a daily basis. 238 mgd of untreated sewage water is coming inside the Yamuna on a daily basis. The capital of Delhi, we need 55 sewage treatment plants. However, only 35 are there, and out of them, 22 don't even meet standards.
Yes.
So the situation is extremely bad. Yamuna is extremely polluted. But then instead of working to improve the quality of Yamuna River, because I believe 7,500 crores have been spent over the 10 years to clean the river and nobody can see it. It's horrible. It's a total nala today. Instead of taking responsibility, Mr. Kejriwal is blaming the Haryana government, and on top of it, is saying that they tried to poison Delhi, and if they would have succeeded in their plans, there would have been a genocide. I think this is a very strong choice of words, and I think as a head of a state, as somebody who's been the former chief minister and who is the leader of my party as well, I think these are very strong
Miss Maliwal,
words, and I strongly condemn it. And I think that if you want, you can't do cheap publicity just for winning. I think we should be responsible, and I think this is politically extremely unfortunate that he goes to the extent that a government is trying to kill people from our own country.
Yes, Miss Maliwal, point taken, and we really hope that something is done, whichever party comes to power in the national capital. But fact of the matter also remains that little has been done in the last 10 years to alleviate the pollutant, to improve the condition of the Yamuna River in the national capital. For now, we switch focus to the other story we are tracking, this one from Haryana. It's been a closely contested fight. The Indie bloc's Congress-AAP alliance failed to win the election to the Chandigarh mayor's post owing to cross-voting by 3 councillors, while the BJP's Harpreet Kaur Babla has been elected as the new Mayor of Chandigarh. The AAP and the Congress, who were in alliance and are in alliance, had 2 votes, while the BJP secured 16 votes. However, as a result of cross-voting, it's the BJP that has made the googly in Chandigarh.
The BJP has registered a victory in the Chandigarh mayoral elections, upending the AAP's 2024 mandate. This election saw BJP candidate Harpreet Kaur Babla emerge victorious over AAP's Prem Lata, winning 19 votes against the 17 votes over the AAP Congress alliance. A high-stakes battle between the BJP and the AAP Congress alliance, BJP's victory is a major setback for the alliance in Punjab. A few days before the election, Congress councillor Gurbaksh Rawat switched allegiance to the BJP, increasing BJP's tally to 16 in the 36-member council of the Chandigarh Municipal Corporation. What makes Babla's victory a feat for the BJP is that councillors from Congress and Aam Aadmi Party cross-voted in BJP's favour, who has only 16 councillors but secured 19 votes.
विश्वास था, अंदर से आवाज़ थी कि ये जो काम है ये होगा, और जो रहा सा काम है वो हमारे भाई कुलदीप ने पूरा कर दिया। मेयर ने जो दिखा दिया कि लूट रहा है कारपोरेशन को, ये भी उनके पार्षद ने देखा कि भैया हमारे साथ ये किस तरीके से किया, उन्होंने भी वोट डाली हमें।
This election was closely supervised by Jayashree Thakur, who was the Supreme Court pick as the independent observer. Meanwhile, in the deputy mayor polls, Congress outperformed the BJP, securing 19 votes, with Taruna Mehta from the India Alliance securing the deputy mayor's seat.
And joining us on the broadcast is Harpreet Babla, the new Chandigarh mayor. Firstly, congratulations to you for having won the mayor's seat. But talking about the cross-voting that happened, do you think it was a result of the rift in the Indy bloc, which actually led to cross-voting and finally the BJP securing enough votes?
One year. Even, you see the deplorable condition of the roads, the lighting systems, the parks, and the water woes the people were having. And from a party which came into these elections promising people free water and electricity. So it has been a very sad state of affairs. And the last day, the mayor is held responsible for corruption, which I would not like to comment because the matter is sub judice. But that was the working of the past mayor. So I think putting all these factors together, I think really, kind of had brainwashed these councillors from the Alliance Party that we are not voting this time for the Alliance. So some of them felt that with the elections coming now in 2026, and if they want to get the development works done in the wards, what was most important was to get a mayor who could perform, who could get funds. And somewhere they felt it was the BJP who could do it.
Yes, Ms. Babla, on that note, would you want to tell us about the three members who cross-voted for the BJP?
Just tell me one thing. How would I know whose inner conscience was pricking them? I won't know that. I won't be able to comment on that. Because I'm telling you that nobody comes out in the open and says it. But of course, if you call a cross-voting, a cross-voting, two hogi, there were 3 votes. So do you call it cross-voting? I think it was the inner conscience of the persons, of the councillors who wanted to vote for me.
And thank you, Ms. Babla, for speaking to us. We now switch focus to news that we are tracking from Tamil Nadu. This is a video that has surfaced where a group of men in a car with a DMK flag are seen chasing a car with women inside that has surfaced. The video of the incident, which reportedly occurred on 25th of January on Chennai's East Coast Road, showed the women's vehicle being ruthlessly pursued by the men in the car. In fact, in the footage on your screens where the women appear to be trying to escape, but the men are seen blocking their path. One of the men even gets out of the car and approaches the women's vehicle. The video shows him attempting to bang on the car as women attempt to drive in reverse to avoid the confrontation. Fact of the matter is that it's been 5 days, but the accused has not been arrested. Let's first up take a closer look at this video that has surfaced from January 25th, an incident which happened on Chennai streets.
குடிச்சிருக்கான் ஆமா ஏய் ஓடி வராங்கடா டேய் என்ன செய்யணும் no go back கூட ஃபாஸ்டா எடுக்க முடியுமா எடுத்துருக்கு what is happening a lot of car திரும்பி ட்ரை பண்றாங்க don't shout oh my god Mama அம்மாக்கு கால் போடுங்க. அம்மா கால் போடுங்க யாராவது. It's not safe at all. Okay. Oh my god. ஆமா உள்ள போயிடு. வீட்டுக்குள்ள போயிடு. இல்ல அவன் குடிச்சிருக்கான். ஆமா. ஏய் ஓடி வராங்கடா டேய்.
And joining us on the broadcast is Tamil Nadu BJP leader Madhuvanti. Appreciate you for joining us on the broadcast and taking out time. I'm sure you have seen this video that has surfaced, a video that once again puts a spotlight on the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu, something which once again would make a person worry about his or her safety in Chennai. Your first statement on the law and order situation, which is clearly in shambles under the DMK government.
Good evening to you, and let me clearly state, I have been saying this time and again, the law and order, there is no law and order in Tamil Nadu. It is in disarray. And this is not the first episode. We have just seen the Anna University episode. We've seen a couple of rape episodes just before that. We've seen open, cold-blooded murders before that. I mean, one after the other. It is not stopping. And this is the height of anything that can happen. You know, a party that is supposed to be ruling the state, and the flag of the party is something that is a symbol of respect. And a car carrying a flag of that party goes chasing after a car with women inside it and running towards them. And you hear them. I don't know if you understood what that woman was saying in Tamil. She says, Kudichirka, which means she's worried that they are drunk. And they are panicking. You can hear the panic in their voice where they're saying, oh my God, Odi vara. They're coming running towards us. You understand? So it's kind of crazy. It's very, very scary. And if you're going to say that women are safe in Tamil Nadu and the Dravidian model is working wonders, I'm sorry. I beg to differ. I'd like to know where Madam Kanimozhi is, because she speaks about safety of women in the parliament.
Yes.
This is her own brother's state. And East Coast Road, which is a very affluent highway, you could say, in Chennai. And something of this kind happens. Where is the safety for women? So I'd like to know what is going on in Tamil Nadu. Women are not safe in Tamil Nadu, ma'am. I can categorically tell you that.
Yes. Yes, Ms. Madhuvanti, point taken, important that you mentioned about Kanimozhi, who's been very vocal about women issues, has still not spoken a word on this incident. Rather, it's been 5 days, but the accused are still scot-free. Appreciate you for your time. And the other story that we're tracking is coming in from Bangladesh. It's Alex Soros, the chairman of Open Society Foundations, a body accused of supporting independent Kashmir, that Alex Soros, the son of George Soros, who's visited Bangladesh and held a meet with Mohammed Yunus. Alex Soros, note, is a US billionaire. George Soros is also someone who's been quite controversial, siding with anti-India elements. We get you this report on the growing bonhomie between the Soros group and the Mohammed Yunus regime. So, the visuals on your screens of this meet that was held between Mohammed Yunus and Alex Soros of the ORS group, something which once again highlights the camaraderie that's only been brewing between Yunus administration and the Soros group. Let's now move on to news that we've been tracking from the Middle East. This is the Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal. Hamas, note, has begun the process of handing over 8 Israeli hostages in Tel Aviv as part of the hostage exchange deal. While the release is still underway, there is an IDF soldier who's now been released, who was held captive for over 400 days by the Hamas group. We get you the details in this next report.
Hamas militants have begun the process of sending 8 more Israeli hostages back home. This comes as Israel is also set to release over 100 Palestinian prisoners as part of the third exchange deal since the truce. The first last Israeli hostage to be released is Arvind Kejriwal, whose family could be seen waiting in anticipation as she was handed over to the Red Cross by the Hamas militants. Arvind Kejriwal is a 20-year-old Israeli soldier, and a video clipping shows the moments from when she was handed over to the Red Cross organization. In fact, in a video released by Hamas, 2 Israeli hostages set to be released today were seen hugging each other over the joy of going back to their homes after over 477 days in captivity. Five Thai nationals are also expected to be freed in today's deal, but they have not been officially identified as of yet.
Now, news that we've been tracking from the US since early morning, a passenger aircraft that collided mid-air with US Army chopper in Washington, D.C. Dramatic visuals that surfaced showed the passenger flight going down in a huge ball of fire over the Potomac River after the mid-air collision. Now, we get you the details in this next report. All right, so visuals on your screens of that collision mid-air, small aircraft that is seen downing in Potomac River. Note that 19 people have lost their lives in this mid-air collision. The plane that ferried 70 passengers met with an accident mid-air. There was a collision mid-air, after which 19 people lost their lives. And with that, it's an end to today's broadcast of 6 Stories at 6. Stay tuned as we will be back tomorrow with top stories tomorrow.